And I remember seeing him, and he was a big guy, but he was like massively overweight. And I remember a big time player from the 90s whose jersey was in our uh awards room, Hall of Fame. His, cleats are there. His records are all in our position meeting room for his position. And I remember seeing him, and he was a big guy, but he was like massively overweight. He just kept crying the whole night. He kept crying the whole night. He was just crying the whole night. And it was a little more than crying like, hey, I miss my teammates. There was some pain behind those tears. And we found out that he was homeless. And I just remember sitting there, and like one of the, former players' dad who we knew, who was a father of a player who was on the team. He's like, man, it's sad to see him like that. He's like, all right, well, I see you. And I just remember thinking like, dang, it can't just be that, right? It can't just be, dang, it's messed up to see so-and-so like that, right? And no fault to the players, but I mean, I just kept thinking to myself, like, he played for University of Houston. We didn't take his jerseys away. We didn't take his cleats away. We didn't take his helmets away, or any memorabilia or his records or anything. And he's in good enough standing to come back to the university. Can we help him? And I was just like, man, and even if he doesn't want our help, can we ensure that we prevent the situation for our players that are coming behind him? And so that was what really turned it around for me. I hung my proverbial whistle, right? And I was just like, I'm going to dive into this player development because I don't want to see any of my players like this. I don't want any of my players to go through this situation. And even if they go through and make choices, I want to be there or have the systems there. If they come back, they can get the help they need. And so that's what turned it for me. I was getting to meet all these people and getting to impact lives. And so that is when, in 2016, when I was at the University of Houston, I dropped my whistle to coach and decided, hey, let's go. I'm going to go all in on player development. And the lesson learned there was the impact I wanted to have at some point as a head coach of a college football program. I could have an even greater impact in the role of player development. That's what I learned in 2016.